So self-inquiry helps. Only self-inquiry alone we can come to the conclusion that we have no work here. So up to the understanding that you have no work psychologically, you have to inquire. So inquiry alone is the necessary thing for our understanding. So up to the level of understanding, you have to work, you have to inquire. How can you understand without inquiry? You have to work, you have to inquire, you have to find out. So your finding must show that you have no work. Your inquiry alone reveals this understanding. So the problem is only in the intellect. The intellect alone, the intellect is made up of the inquiry process, deciding process. So when we decide something, we inquire something. Only because of inquiry, we come to a conclusion. So our intellect is made up of conclusions. So we have to inquire which conclusion is correct, which concept is correct, what we have to do, what we should not do. So we have to inquire like this. And we have to find out that all our concepts and everything is useful to the society, but it is not useful to ourselves. And that is the end of our inquiry. And thereby you have no work, no conclusion is necessary, no concept is necessary to meet ourselves psychologically. But to meet with the world, if you do not have any concept, if you do not have any idea, if you do not have any knowledge, we cannot live in this society, we cannot do anything. So if you do not have the knowledge of an engineer, you cannot attend the engineering work. If you do not have the knowledge of a doctor, physician, you cannot attend to the work of a physician. So some special skill, knowledge, everything has to occur, we have to do something. But after, through inquiry and dealing with our dealing with our knowledge and concepts, we come to the conclusion that we have no work in the psychological world. And then only our inquiry is finished with related to the psychological world. But our inquiry continues till our death to the external world. The external world you have to enrich your knowledge, you have to enrich your concept. Because in our earlier age, we do not have any cell phone, you do not have any computer. But the age has developed, so you have to develop our knowledge to deal with the cell phone and computer. So we have to enrich and develop our knowledge to the end of our life. But psychologically, we have to come to the conclusion that there is no work is necessary. So whenever we come to the conclusion, whenever our inquiry reveals that we have no work there in the psychological world, our inquiry stops with related to the psychological world. But the inquiry continues in the external world.